people, like, I've ran into some psycho ass people. That's just I was on a date with a dude. He seemed like he was cool, but he was just too perfect. So I was sitting there like, okay, like I was texting and I was digging up his whole life. And I was like, his real name was not Sean. His name was Kevin. He didn't live where he say he did. He actually had a dog, a wife, and some kids, and worked at, I'm gonna lie and say he worked at Taco Bell, but he worked at a law firm. He wasn't working at Starbucks as a barista where I met him. He was acting like he was, perpetrating at a job. He was perpetrating. I guess he saw me coming from somewhere, act like he was working there.
What do you mean perpetrating?
He had a friend that worked there, and I guess, because I love Starbucks. I used to go in Starbucks every day at this certain location, and he was perpetrating like he was working there when he would see, I guess he knew my routine. And he went in there when I would come at a certain time and act like he was working back there because his friend would let him act like he was working there. Yes.
But what was his play? What was
he was trying to get at me. Like, it was a weird way of trying to get at me.
Wow.
He didn't want me knowing. Yeah, I sure did dig up his whole life. And then when he asked me why I didn't talk to him, I said, well, ask your wife, Sarah, how's your kids? How did you know that? Because California opens up, that's the point I'm making. Like, they'll throw your whole life out there.
Dang.
Based on a phone number. I can do your whole one. I mean,
what's the website you use?
I ain't gonna tell you because I don't want people doing it to me. Well, I took all my shit off. So you could Google my name, but you ain't gonna find me. You will not find like an address on me, nothing. I made sure when I learned how to do that, I took all my shit off.
Yeah.
So you can even put it in my phone.
So they'll never find the military contracts you had in Afghanistan.
Hitman contracts. But
past
I feel
2 decades.
like websites like that is good if you're dating. Not on because I don't want to put it out there so they can start stalking people.
For sure.
But the dude, come on, like if you're
you gotta take that shit into your own hands when you're a female.
Of course, because like that dude didn't. Why was he being so creepy, acting like he worked at Starbucks and he didn't? That's creepy in its own. Because when I was digging, I'm like, you acted like you worked at Starbucks and you work at a bank. I had to say Taco Bell, but he worked at a fucking bank. I don't want to say what bank and what position.
Was he like a teller?
Nah, he had like an up there position.
Okay.
I'll tell you about that off thing, but I was just like, I had to do that. I'm like, if I wouldn't have did that, I probably would have been in a whole bunch of mess.